Do know at some point this is going to top out, and it's basically indicating that there's a little bit more upside, probably to this resistance over here, which was a previous high zone there, and then a rejection. And then what will happen is we'll probably make a higher low. So this would go into this area over here. It will reject, start to make its way down. Then this RSI will start to come down too. And in this area, I'm basically looking at catching the bottom. I'm basically looking at a token that's just pumped, and I want to catch that so that we can get the next pump to the upside. So I want to pay attention to this pullback zone over here, and what would the major levels be, and where would I buy that token if it actually goes there. So the tools that I'll be putting into play over here is once this RSI gets to the top and we start to form a little bit of a bearish candle. And what that is something with a wick like this over here. I'm going to wait for the reversal signal. Then I know I can use my tools on this current wave. So I'll take this Fibonacci tool over here, and I'll take it from the bottom to the top, and I'll see where it gives me the golden ratio, 618. Then what I'll do as well is I'll look if there's any resistance over there too. So then all of a sudden I'll take that and I'll be like, okay, there's also a horizontal support. Support zone, not resistance, support. And I'm like, okay, so that's giving me a nice indication of where the buy would be, okay? Because in my head, I'm looking at it do this, reject, play, and then from that, shoot to the next crazy resistance zones. So for me over here, this is the zone here that I'm looking for. And what I want to see as the third confirmation to take the actual trade is I would like that RSI to be nice and beautiful at the bottom over there by the time we're in that block. And when we start to see a nice reversal candle here will be my trigger to buy the token. And then what I'm looking at is a very simple take profit method. I'll have the previous high as my first take profit, which would probably be in the regions of around 25%. And then I just look at the next resistance after that. And that's indicating around 2.8. $2.8 as my target. So this can end up being a 100% trade that I'd hold for around 3 months. But this is the buy area that I'm looking for over here. Okay, the next token is not actually a token, it's oil. Brent crude oil. So let's have a look. Okay, here's the chart over here. I quickly go through the time frames. Not much happening there, not much happening there. Let's have a look at the trade. Okay, so this one for me, it's very clear that the shorter time frames, it's going down quite aggressively. It doesn't look healthy. But as I go to the higher time frames, I start to see, okay, this is a weekly, this is a longer, higher time frame trade. So if I show you guys over here, let's do some charting. Okay, so I want to take the high, pop that in, get a trend. I can see 1, 2, 3 touches over there. What I like about the chart is I see a higher high, which means I want to buy the higher low. And after that, we should make a higher high to the next levels. So what I want to, just before I mark where I want to buy, I want to come in over here and I want to mark the resistances of where this token can go next. And that's just closing candles of the previous moves, and it gives me, there we go, 3 take profit points of where this trade could go next. I have a look at the RSI, still indicates that there's a little bit more time to go, so I'll be preparing probably in a week or two to buy. But now let's have a look at where we would want to buy this token, or not token, oil. There's 618 over there, and then slightly below 618 is this area here. So it looks like 618 probably won't be the strongest level, but I'll probably split this into 2 buys, to be honest. So the first one would be here, because 618 is a big usual golden zone level. And then if I go just below it, there's a bit more of support. So I like the 786 as well. So this will be a double buy in these areas over here. And my stop loss would go under this low right over here. Then what I would look for is obviously those TP points. So what's nice about this is, I'll show you this quickly, is this should come down, make a higher low, and then start to make its way up. And I have areas, right? I got 100, I got 103, 120. Which ones are gonna hit? I don't know. But what I do have is a beautiful technique. And that technique